What is the dismantling of family? Well, this is a project based on my own experiences of divorce. Um, it's to provide some visibility to issues concerning divorce, single parenting, co-parenting, and the effects that it has on society. This visibility to the issues is dealing with exes, some psychological issues, and the way society views divorce and single parenthood, and the legal process that the people go through, and how the legal process actually perpetuates and accepts the demise of the family, particularly for financial gain, and how this primarily affects the children. It also has to do with how some people are going about changing the process from ordinary people like myself to judges to attorneys to people like you. It's also a project to provide advice and some stories of success and failures and advice on the systematic way we deal with the process. Now, I'm reading from some notes here because I had to jot down some notes because there's so many different themes that go with how the entire system is geared for financial gain and loss. How the system is built so that the family does not stay together, but in fact builds into a very argumentative and combative environment so that, at the end of the day, it's the kids who suffer, the children who suffer. And there's a lot of things out there about the legal process, and there's a great documentary called The Divorce Corp out there. And it deals specifically with the judges, the attorneys, psychologists, sociologists, and so forth. But I would like to focus on the people that it affects. There's so many people that have some great stories out there about um, not only successes but failures, and what they've went through. Um, and you'll hear my story. My story is probably not half as bad as some others, but because of this whole entire process in and of itself, it's made me a bit haggard, for lack of a better term, on the process of divorce. I mean, here it is. You had two people who supposedly loved each other and couldn't live without each other, and then years later, they can't stand the sight of each other. They hate each other so much they would literally kill each other if they were put in the same room. And then you have the children who are used as pawns in order to hurt each other. The thing is that your children play no part in the divorce. So why should you allow outsiders to perpetuate the combativeness between you and your ex surrounding the children? So this is what the legal dismantling of family is. It's actually society allowing it to happen, and um, how they benefit, how businesses benefit, how attorneys benefit, how the judicial system benefits, how companies that have no affecting your life prior to the divorce will benefit from you not keeping your family together. And we're not talking about just a nuclear family. I mean, a nuclear family, yes, you're getting a divorce, and not to say that is fine, but yes, it happens. 40% of people get divorced in this country. So it happens. But when I say the legal dismantling of the family, that means that mother, father, children should be together. And when I say together, it doesn't mean necessarily under one roof. Children should have the ability to be with both parents. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. yes, there's some psychological things that go into effect, abuse and things like that, and support, lack of support from one family member to another. But at the end of the day, a child comes out and it loves both parents, okay, unconditionally. And this system is focused on breaking that and breaking it down. So that's what this project is about. Now, I'm not one to be in front of the camera. I hate being in front of the camera. Okay. I'll be behind the camera as much as possible. I mean, this was first intended to be a book, but I wanted to put some faces to the stories. Um, I wanted people to be able to see the effects that it had on others, and maybe the visibility, um, and almost being able to touch and to feel what that person is going through. Maybe it'll somehow change somebody's life. Maybe there'll be some advice that someone can give in order to help another. We're going to talk to a lot of people. We're going to talk to judges. We're going to talk to attorneys. We're going to talk to psychologists. Like I said, sociologists. We're going to talk to everyday people. We're going to find out what, the man on the street thinks about divorce. More than likely, he or she has been divorced once or twice, maybe even 3 times. But we need to get a feel for how to fix this. And maybe this project will be a just a stepping stone in assisting, you know, lawmakers and our social services to figure out a way to fix it. I'm hoping that it helps me as far as kind of like my therapy, with what I'm going through, what I went through, and what I'm still going through, and kind of help me trying to figure out how to minimize the effects that it has on my children. I have 4 children, and they are devastated by the separation, but more so, they're devastated by the inability of both their parents to see that they, the children, play no part in this. Um, that they're almost like the pawns in a game. And this is not a game. This is people's lives. This is my life. This is your life. This is their lives. But others think that it's a game. Um, it's about money. It's about power. It's about control. It's about feeding somebody's ego. So this project is basically just therapy. That's what it is.